Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19, and today is time for part 43 of Season 2 and part 112 of the series as a whole. And today is one you don't want to miss because in my opinion this is again another matchup between the top two players on tour at the moment. Now that might sound a little bit silly because we are ranked down in 11th, but we have really turned a corner recently. All the way dating back to that shootout where we won the tournament, and since then we've got to the semi-final of the Players' Championship and the final of the Gibraltar Open, and ultimately we could well be talking about a fourth successive ranking title for us here, if it wasn't for the man we're facing, who is our bogeyman at the moment. Well, it sounds terrible to say that about somebody who is ranked first in the rankings. But let's have a look at how we have gone on against Mark Selby in the matchup screen. This is something I feel like I've looked at so many times recently because we have played him in the last 5 tournaments. I think we've played Mark Selby. I'm sure we have. I need to check this. Yeah, we've played Mark Selby now in the last 5 tournaments that we've been in and only beaten him once. So hopefully today's a bit of a corner that we turn. Of course, this is the 5th match. So we've lost 3 of our most recent 4 matches to Mark Selby. As you can see, dating back to Season 1, we beat him in both matches in the Scottish Open to win our first ranking event and the semi-final of the Daffabet Masters as well, before we succumbed to Mark Allen in the final. But then this year, it's gone a little bit wayward against Mark Selby. We didn't do very well at all in the Shanghai Masters final, but then he beat us in a very close decider in the Welsh Open. We got our own back in the Bet Victor shootout, and then since then, he dominated us in the Coral Players Championship semi-final, and guttingly in the last tournament, the Gibraltar Open, we brought it back to 2 each. And in that decider, we made a bit of a muck-up from a safety shot, and Mark Selby made it count from there. So Mark Selby at the moment is the man that we need to beat for our sake, to try and become the best form player on the tour, and ultimately I would argue for the sake of everybody else in the rankings, because Mark Selby is so clear, so ahead of everybody else. He's about 500,000 ahead of anybody else, and if he goes and wins this tournament and then goes and potentially wins the World Champs, I can't see anybody challenging him at the top of the rankings for 2 seasons at least. So this is a big match for us, but we need to contain that pressure, just focus on the job in hand. We've done very well to get to the quarterfinal of this event so far, beating Luca Bracel really strongly last time out in a 3-0 win. I was really happy with that. But as I've said before, Mark Selby's a man we just cannot beat at the moment. He's a man that just keeps cropping up for us. So if we can break this duck, because let's be fair, beating him in the shootout isn't really breaking a duck. I don't think he'll be too bothered about that. But yeah, we just really need to break this duck against Mark Selby. Today is a perfect chance to do that, and there's a semi-final spot up for grabs after this match. But that is a good starting chance for us here. He's left this red. This has to go right, or else we'll be opening up an opportunity straight away for Selby. But it's there. Great pot. And right from the get-go, we've got a good opportunity here. We've brought a red back up to bulk as well, which is quite nice. And we're actually going to use that here. Just make sure it does go past the yellow. No, it doesn't. So that's a little bit of a spot of bother. Interesting. Going to come down the table, I think, and just come off the black cushion. That's going to be too hard, though. Although, it's okay. That's absolutely fine. Bit of an awkward opportunity here, given where the pink is. And the fact the black's off its spot. So the blue's actually took its spot now, which is interesting. So yeah, this is going to be a good opportunity, but one that is going to be a little bit tricky from the outset here. So we just need to focus on making sure we play our best game, really. But we've done well against Selby recently. We have played well against him. But he's really a man that you just can't afford to give any sort of opportunity to. As I hinted at earlier, he's a man that just seems to be not winning every tournament at the moment, but doing very well. And we've played him in big matches, quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. So it's clear to me that Selby is a man that you're going to struggle to beat. And if you beat Selby, you're pretty likely to win a tournament because he's the best player on the tour at the moment. Now, I'm not going to knock the black in because the black will go... I don't know where the black will go, actually, because none of the spots are free. Potentially the pink spot. So we're just going to keep rolling as we are for the moment. and try and build up a nice little lead. If it's not a frame-winning lead, then oh well. You've just got to play the relevant safety to make sure we do okay. And actually that, I didn't intend for this to happen, but we're lovely and straight on the pink, so seems like an opportunity that seems silly to miss out on.
Here with the long pot attempt.
Really aggressive potting there. That took some guts.
Do admit that it would. I was thinking, oh, it could be a bit tricky after we take on this blue. Pink's gone back on its spot now, which does present a little bit of an issue to us, but nothing massive. Yeah, we're going to have to play this up the table and go up bulk. That's the only thing we can really do. And red, of course, won't get to either pocket, so it's going to be a bit of an eyesore up there, that red is. But we'll see if we can develop it potentially. But just coming up for a bulk colour.
26.
And we've not started too badly here. Just try and play for that red that's loose from the pack. Got to play it pretty hard to drag it down the table as much as possible.
Very well played.
Neil Fold seems to like that. Jolly good. But this is the only red that's available now, so we've got to start to develop the reds at some point. This is a risky shot. Could all go wrong here. Interesting. I think that's end of break. I was hoping for that to be a little bit harder and get on the blue, but I just think at this point it's too risky to play the blue. Obviously, you're going to go straight into the reds. It's a great opportunity.
Half a chance here.
But yeah, I don't fancy that. So what we're going to do is just line this up behind the blue. And hopefully don't make a balls up of this shot. That's way too hard. Dear. So we've not got the snooker, but there's no potting opportunity available, so it's not the worst shot ever, but still a little bit poor. So he's just playing that red up bulk. And an interesting shot is that. Try and block off the route for that red. Which I think we've been successful in. So he's got to play into the pack this time. He can't use that bulk colour, that bulk red. And he's left a little sniff here potentially, has he? He has. That's a poor shot from someone who we call Satnav Selby. Not the best chance in the world, but I'd say it will go into the pocket. And it's there, great pot.
Superb tubal control there. Ideal position.
And actually, he's going to come to rue this red, really, playing that, because there's an opportunity for us now to get on that red.
That's a great pot.
He really looks.
So for the first time in our lives against Mark Selby, we've won a bit of a safety battle, which is a great bit of motivation for us, really, and confidence building. Let's see what we can do from here. This green's got to go to the middle to make this successful, but it's a big shot if it goes right. It's whether we play straight into the pack or just go a bit more conservative and go for the reds that are on the edge. The two that are on the edge. Because if we go straight into the pack, if we pot the ball, great, fantastic. But there are a few reds here you can see that are available to pot. But you've got to get the angles right here. That's the big problem, I'd say, with the shot. You know what, we're going to go for it because it doesn't leave too much on. It's not a massive risk. Green's there, so we just need the shot to go right. And that doesn't seem like it's going to be hard enough. So that's a shame.
9.
That is really a shame. But I'd have rather done that than played it, you know, giving it a massive whack and then coming to rue that and all the reds being open and Mark Selby winning the frame. So sometimes you've just got to say, well, it didn't quite work, but at least now we can come up to bulk and there's no potting opportunity for him. So I think that's the development in our safety game showed there. not being too greedy. And that's what's held us back in the past. Our potting game has been no problem, but Mark Selby's hit the jaw, and that is going to give us yet another opportunity. Well, it has to be said, Mark Selby's not in his best form here. Albeit only at the start of the game, sure, but a little bit of a concern, I'd say, for the Leicester man.
1.
Now, the black's going to back him in spot, isn't it, potentially here, so I don't think I'm going to bother taking that on. These reds all in a nice little line.
He's playing this into the right centre pocket.
Good pot. He's given us plenty of scope here with his shot, so we can take any of these on. I said take any of these reds on.
7.
I mean, unfortunately, we're too close to the cushion, so we misjudged that a little bit, I would say. So we're going to have to knock these reds around a bit. Again, if we could just screw back off the cushion and come back and forth, that would be ideal, but we've not been able to do that, but we've played it hard enough to get on the blue, so that's okay. Put a bit of awkward queuing here. Because we're not quite in the prime position, so we're not straight and everything, so you've got to kind of play those few recovery shots to get back on track. But we look good in this first frame, I would say. Which is great to see.
For the centre pocket here.
Just wants to get that shot right, because it'd be silly to miss a shot like that at this point.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
Definitely, this is looking good. Certainly take the first frame anyway.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
Starting off where we left off. Starting where we left off. There we go. From that match against Brussels, which is great news.
20. This red required.
Herd Hendon. That takes the snooks required for us to get the first frame. We got in early, and it seems to have worked for us.
So this pot into the
Without a single black or frame.
Great shot.
That black's been sat there all day. Not getting any love or attention. The blue finally back on its spot because the blue spot's come available. I'm finally going to give the black a bit of love. Finally, it says. I'm going to get something today.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
But a good start for us here.
Nicely onto a red.
It's not match won yet, for goodness sake, but no, it's a good chance. Right, our chances fairly highly from 1-0 up, wouldn't you? Next frame, as I always say in these games, is massive.
35.
We can win it, then we've got a great chance. If Selby wins it, then it's back to how we were before.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
But clearing this table now would not be the worst way to start.
41.
Just to give us a bit of confidence as well. You know, there's been some matches where we haven't had much time at all to play on the table with Selby. That's a little bit overdone. We were planning to go for the blue there, but nothing lost. We just go for the yellow and then play for it again, but that's a little bit too straight actually. So no, I think we should go for this clearance. To be honest, it seems silly not to.
This is really tricky.
And in it goes.
That was a nice shot. Just when it's going for you, it seems that it really does. But when it's not going for you, any sort of shot you try just doesn't come off at all. But that was a really nice shot there. Again, we couldn't get on the yellow through backspin, so as you could see there, we got on it pretty nicely using the cushions, which is something I very rarely do to good effect anyway. And even when we're under-hitting and over-hitting the shots, they're all, you know, giving us fairly decent positions, so it's clear something's going right. Can't make that into a habit though, because with the tight shots, that will just muck us up completely.
56.
But This has been a very nice first frame clearance so far. Probably have the effect of waking Mark Selby up, I would say. He's not delivered anything so far. That's been promising. But it's took us 2 visits here. I think 3 visits. I think it was 2 visits to the table to do this. But again, I think it was that playing that safety when we realised there wasn't a chance to go and get this in 1 visit that was crucial. And from then we've controlled the frame and a nice break of 74 to finish it off. And we lead Selby in this quarter-final by 1 frame to 0.
He's taken a 1-frame lead here and seems in pretty fine form.
Thank you. The second frame. Neil Robertson.
Seems like there's more people here than there were at the Gibraltar Open final. Not the best break in the world, but it's up in bulk, and to be honest, the balls are all safe, so that's the main objective. Let's see how he gets on here. Will his sat-nav abilities come back? Good shot.
Excellent safety shot. He'll be aware how important pace is for this shot.
No, I wouldn't say that massively, no. I don't think pace is massive with that shot. Unless we massively overhit it, there's quite a boundary we could go to. I think he's snookered on that red now. Might be wrong. Yeah, it looks like it, so just going for the pack. And opens a few more up. But that's a good shot again.
That's an excellent shot. He looks like he's trying to get the cue ball tight on the cushion here.
Hopefully it's got the legs, but I don't think it has to leave. It's left that red on.
This is a half
So Mark
chance.
Selby wins this exchange. He's playing it at that pace. I very much doubt he's going to miss it at that sort of pace. And that's Selby's first pot of the day, but he's very awkward on the black.
It's a bit awkward here.
So he's just going to play the safety, and I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. All the shouts from the crowd. Re-rack! But no, we're just going to get back up to bulk. Where's that cue ball, though? Where's it going? Need a bit of help from the cushion. We've not done badly at all there.
He's attempting to get the white.
So I can only get the 1 pot from that opportunity. Ooh, he's hit the black there. He's got away with it to some extent, but he has left a not potting opportunity on.
Well, he's left an opportunity here.
But don't do that, don't do that. Ah.
He'll be fuming about that.
1.
Whatever you do, don't do that. Well, it's a bit of a shocker, that is. But get this back up bulk. Hopefully hit the yellow. I don't think it will be anywhere near. My snooker skills are never particularly good. I mean, we know. To be fair, if we'd have come off the cushion, we'd have probably hit the black at the yellow. So, if we get another go at this, which we will, I think it's just a case of hitting it a bit harder, and we might potentially get a snooker back. Don't want to get too big in terms of our shot power. Oh, that's come off the jaw. It's going to hit the brown.
That's a pretty poor attempt.
Alright, Christ.
Mark Selby 4.
I mean, we could try and come off the jaw and hit the brown, but
He doesn't want
we're not
to
going to bother. Go on, go on. Oh, that's so close. It's going to put us back again here, I would say.
With that shot, I think.
No.
Foul and a
I think
miss.
you can only force him to retake 3 times. Not sure. But no, that's give Mark Selby a few points, to be fair. It was our own fault. It was our own doing, so fair play to him. This is a tight shot. This has got to go right. Oh, well. I thought we'd have just about got away with that. Not quite hitting the jaws of the pocket. So not a good start for us at all here. It was all going for us in that first frame, but what will he do here? He'll pop the blue. Very good pot. But let's see what he can do in this frame. Let's see if he can come back now.
6.
Really not our best safety display, to be honest.
Queuing there, really good.
7.
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes, you know, it just happens, doesn't it? There's No point getting all frustrated. You just got to take it in your stride.
12.
But if you're a punter, you would suggest that Mark SELBY is going to take this second frame and bring it back to 1 each. Oh, where's that cue ball? We're okay.
13.
I thought that it was going to go into the middle pocket, but course and margins, I think he's mucked that shot up a little. I don't know whether he was trying to go into the reds or not, I'm not sure, but seems like he's mucked that up a little bit, or certainly got an opportunity to go into the reds, because now, you know, they're still quite condensed, and he's going for the blue. Great shot.
Fantastic queuing. He's knocking them in for fun at the moment.
And you can't say that about him last frame, but that's a nice split. Very nicely done. Where's the colour going to come from?
25.
Tight pot this, it's a risk, and he's missed it. Wow.
Mark
That
Selby,
was a risk.
25.
I feel like he played that as a bit of shot to nothing, so he's not left a massive opportunity here, but we'll certainly play this red. Need a bit of luck. It's dropped, great shot. So he had opened up the reds, but he mucked up the blacks, so it's our job now to see what we can do from this opportunity. This is a big risk, this is. Need the blue to be our friend here.
That's really close, but not quite close enough.
Well, blue wasn't our friend there.
Neil Robertson.
And Mark SELBY has got his get out of jail free for the day. But to look at all the colours up here, I've never seen anything like this before. Because he missed the black and we missed the blue. They're all up here, but that's a risk on the brown to take at this stage.
Great queuing there.
Be interesting to see how he gets on though, with all these colours up bulk. It's a bit of a logistical nightmare. I suppose if he stays on the pink he's okay, but I wouldn't call this frame over just yet.
Tremendous shot.
Wonderful shot.
12. 13.
Oh, well. I think he just about gets the pink, but it's a bit straight on it. But again, SELBY, brilliant queuing, right in the heart of the pocket. Outstanding.
That's a top quality shot with the rest. Not easy at all.
19. 20.
Mucked that one up then. Snookered himself. Or has he? No, not quite.
He'll be disappointed with that.
So, we're 56 back with 51 left.
Selby, 20.
So we might as well give this a bit of a go. Not going to hurt, is it? And it seems like there's a prime opportunity to get a snooker. There's 5 colours to aim at, for goodness sake. So we just need to be wise here. Just get it in behind these and surely you got the snooker.
That's beautifully judged.
I mean, obviously there's a few more snookers to get here now. And he's hit the red, to be fair, so good shot.
Pace will be very important.
But I think that's a good risk to take there. Not quite got the snooker this time, but it'll be a long pot for SELBY, so see how he gets on here.
He fancies this red.
He's potted it, and that's game over, isn't it?
He's going for
It's going to be tricky to come back from there, to be honest.
Brilliant.
And he's potted the brown, really nice pot. And that's the sort of thing Mark SELBY can do to you. I feel like he's infuriated me this frame with how he's played.
5.
But we're back to all square. Back even, a best of 3 now, so that's the way it is. We just need to focus on playing a bit better in terms of our safety next frame, but I don't think he's going to clear up here. He'll struggle if he does it, you know, fair play to him.
10.
I mean, that yellow's going to be tricky enough to get to. No, he's not going to do it, so we'll concede the frame there.
Frame, Mark Selby.
And it's 1 each. Good frame from SELBY, but not the most clean cut in the world, but there you go.
Between these two players at the moment.
Scrappy frame that was, unlike the first one.
Thank
Despite
you.
us only getting
Third
3
frame,
points, it was pretty
Mark
scrappy.
Selby to break.
Those 3 fouls certainly helped him out, didn't they, at the start?
Tough shot coming up.
But again, much like the first frame, he's given us an opportunity from the break-off.
Quite the split he wanted.
It's not a brilliant split, but we'll take it. Sure, we've got to go up to the yellow now, which is a bit of a pain, but it's not the end of the world.
This really is tricky.
Under hit that,
What an
but it's
excellent
okay.
pass it is.
Great position.
And now we've got a prime opportunity straight from the break off. You know, Mark Selby's breaks have been pretty poor at the moment. Bit of a shock to see. He's usually a very
Just wants to sink
safe
this
player,
into
but
the
his
left
2
corner.
break-offs so far have been pretty poor.
That's a top shot. Well played.
Well, he's lost the cue ball a touch. Would have wanted
Whinge,
that with a
whinge,
better
bloody
control,
whinge.
really.
Lost the cue ball. Woo.
He's playing for the right corner here. In it goes.
He's playing very
Right,
well here.
okay. I need to focus here. And that's what we haven't done. Because the... Well, I didn't realise it was this tricky. It's the only red that will go. Unbelievable. I thought there was a far bigger window for that red, but because pink's gone on a... pink's gone on... Well, what spot has pink gone on there? Because black's... that's black spot. Or is black spot a bit further up? You know what? I can't remember now. What spot's that pink on? Because that's pink spot where that red is there. So why has that pink been placed there? I suppose because all the other spots are taken. I suppose there's that to it, but that is strange. So this is a tricky one, and
On chance here.
not the best chance.
He's missed it.
And we've missed it. It's not much of a surprise. So, unfortunately, that was a mishap, and it's
Neil Robertson, 10.
advantage Selby here. And again, our game plan is starting to unwind a little bit.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
But he's missed the red. Not the best start, and he's given us a bigger opportunity here. So that is our get out of jail free for this frame. Again, Mark Selby has been very sporadic, I would say, today. He's
Looking to pop this.
played really well in that second frame, but it seems in odd-numbered frames, Mark Selby doesn't fancy it.
Beautifully done.
Really impressive cueing.
1.
Not going to go for that black, it's too high risk. But then anything's high risk, isn't it? So, yeah, we're going to have to go for it.
That's a shocker.
Well,
Neil Robertson, 1.
you know, in that first frame where we could just pot anything, don't know what's happened to that. Where's his cue ball? It's okay. Oof, well, it would have probably bounced off the jaw anyway, so it'd have been alright, but neither player really getting into their stride here again. Seems after that first round we've bottled it a bit. I said that black was too risky, particularly at that sort of pace, but that's the pace we had to play it at to free any reds.
This should be straightforward enough.
7.
Oh, and he's mucked that one up. But he'll get to that blue, that's nice. That's good cueing, that is.
12.
Very tricky to do that on this game, particularly the aiming aid, it makes it very tricky. But he goes ahead by 1 point. There are a few reds out in the open here, so he needs to develop them.
13.
Nicely played.
18. 19. 24.
Apologies about that interruption, folks, but I thought I'd let you keep watching Mark Selby there. So, break of 25 at the moment.
31.
And let's see how he continues. He looks pretty good.
32.
He's struggled a bit there, but again, you know, it seems the AI players can play these pots a lot easier than anybody else can, so that's a bit annoying, because it's very tricky with the aiming aid to play those shots.
39.
It's not all over here yet. But if we do lose this frame, there'll be a lot of head scratching to proceed.
47.
And it'll mean we'll have to force yet another decider with Mark Selby. But, oh, that's a good pot.
Well played.
That's a great pot.
He couldn't have played that any better.
Absolutely fantastic.
49.
So just these 3 reds to open up, and he's got a chance with the blue. He's played that pretty soft.
55.
There is an opening though, to be fair, isn't there? Of course, that bottom pocket with this red. This red will do it.
Just the red required here.
And Mark Selby has stole this from us. We played a bit of a poor shot. Didn't think we would need to go for a narrow red. Thought we'd got pretty straight on a red, but albeit we hadn't, we made a mistake. And from on the look, Mark Selby has now taken the lead.
64.
That's a concern. So we're not going to come back to the table now. We'll concede that. He got us in a snooker anyway, and, well, we've got to win the next 2 frames.
Well, he's taken the lead here.
Thank you, the 4th frame. Neil Robertson to break.
That break-off's a little bit hard. Again, remember, one opportunity for Selby here, and he could win the match, but that has turned into a very nice break-off. Not quite got the snooker, but does avoid him going to one side of the pack, so that is a little bit of solace there. And we'll just narrowly open these up. Did we hit them there? I don't think we did. And you watch, we'll get a snooker here.
There's always the risk of a foul there.
Foul and a miss.
Well, there you go. That would have been a great safety shot, wouldn't it?
Free ball.
Well. Just going to have to tap these then, in that case. Lowest risk shot available, but it's a bit too hard. But we're okay. We haven't... or have we? That red might go. No, it doesn't, so we get out of jail free there. But we can't have too many more shots like that, or else it could well be a game over. But again, we're off target with our pace of a shot. That's not going to hurt.
So he's looking to play safe again.
Ooh, he's opened up the reds a bit there, so needs a bit of help. And he gets it. So it's now us who needs to have our wits about us, and that's not going to be the best. It's not got the legs for one. It has not got the legs. But it's a long pot, so let's see if he takes it on. No, he doesn't actually. That's a surprise. Well, these are tempting, but I'll tell you something, a plant can go wrong, can't it? Plant can really go wrong, and I can see why he ducked it when he was on it. So we're not going to play those reds. You know, if it's one of them shots, if you're 3-0 up, yes, you might well play it, but the fact we're 2-1 down, I'm not so sure.
He could have played that better.
Alright, Hendon, Christ. He can get through to that now, that's unfortunate. That's annoying.
1.
And that might well be the opportunity Mark Selby needs.
Excellent shot.
Oh, wonderful shot.
Oh, I'd really hope it doesn't unravel like this. That'd be gutting.
That's an excellent pot.
He's queuing extremely well here.
He's certainly woken up since that first frame, hasn't he?
11.
Let's see how we get on. Let's see how we go.
He's taking it on.
Good pot.
Beautiful pot.
That's the sort of pot, if you
Excellent
pot it, you look
play
good
there.
to win the frame.
Pitch perfect.
But gonna have to be a safety here because he's not opened up the reds. Let's hope this goes wrong.
Mark Selby, 17.
And he's left a chance.
He's taking the red on. Oh, that's right out of the top drawer.
But where's this cue ball going to finish? A little bit awkwardly. In fact, it's a bit awkward altogether, isn't it? Really is. So, I'm going to have to play that straighter pot up to the top pocket and, well, just hope that the luck of the gods is with us. But there's not really much that goes here unless we seriously whack this and get it all round the table. He's got away with this. Really has.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
So pink's there. But yeah, we went for a bit of a shot to nothing there.
7.
But actually, a bit of luck there because we have managed
Yes,
to
he's taking
open up the opportunity for this red. Now, this is a must pot. Go on. It's
What
there.
a shot that is.
Great stuff. Right,
8.
okay. He's given us an opportunity here. Need to make sure we win the frame from this.
Tough shot coming up.
Oh, we've missed the red. We've missed the blue. No. Oh! Why did we play that?
Neil Robertson.
Why didn't we just play safe? It wasn't the best opportunity in the world, and I'll tell you something, Selby's not going to miss this now, you idiot.
1.
It's our own fault, that was.
He's played that very well.
7.
Our own mistakes. If we do go on to lose this, we'll have lost the match for us today.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
15.
That last frame, it was the foul. This frame, it's been a few mediocre shots. Was it actually, no, it was the second frame that was the foul, wasn't it? The third frame was the misjudgment on the red.
It's
And
half a
crucially, I
chance,
think
but
we've got him
chance
first in all
nonetheless.
frames so far.
16.
But only in one of those occasions have been able to seriously execute a frame winning break, so
20.
we've got to hope he makes a mistake, but the form that Selby's in doesn't look like he will.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
24.
Yeah, played it well.
30. 31.
I'm not sure
Oh,
what
he's
happened
mucked
there,
that one
but
up.
That's a poor shot.
Well, well.
35.
Selby, Selby, Selby. And he's hit the blue. No, he hasn't. He's hit the red. He's okay.
That's a
But you
great
jammy
escape
git.
there.
You jammy swine.
Mark Selby, 35.
So not all over yet. It's the classic touching ball game now.
That's a shocker.
Tuh. Well, wasn't that much of a shocker, to be fair. This is one of them moments, get your popcorn out, because we do a do or die shot here. I think we have to.
Well, he's taking it on. So close, but he's missed it. That'll annoy him.
Should I have taken that on? Maybe, maybe not. I think frustration just comes in sometimes, doesn't it? Mark Selby just going for the safety here. I'm going to go for a bit of a shot to nothing, run away up to the bulk area if this goes wrong. And again, it's a similar opportunity to what he gave us on this red. And he's not going to take it. Good shot.
Great shot. That's a really good safety.
That's not bad. There is a chance. Whether he takes it or not is another question. No. I'm just fearful about the quality of what he's going to play next, to be honest. That's okay. Again, could have done with a bit more power, because it does leave a chance. Behind the bulk line would have been nice.
No doubt.
But it's there. He's potted it. That could be game over. He gave him a good run there.
Looking for the pot into the right middle.
He's not going to give this chance up now. Gave him a good battle there, but sometimes it's just not your day.
Just the red needed here.
8.
He's lining this up into the right
Can't beat
middle
ourselves up. Yes, it was our chance, and
14.
it would have been a great day.
pocket. Now, can he drop this? into
Really
the
would
right
have been
corner?
to avenge what's happened recently against Selby. But once again, Mark Selby, by 3 frames to 1 this time, we couldn't even take it down to a decider. By 3 frames to 1,
Nicely
Mark
positioned
Selby
for the-
takes us out of another tournament. And now there is only one left this season. We fly back from China and go to Sheffield. We go to the Crucible. Because it's time for the biggest event of the year, the
21.
Snooker World Championship, the World Snooker Championships.
Brilliant. Simply brilliant.
22.
And a World Snooker Championship that this man has got to be the favourite to go and win.
Would you believe it?
24.
Be interested to see who we're drawn against, though. A decent China Open, though. We've got to the quarter-final. Again, it's been a pretty good end to the season.
Nicely onto the brown.
We've played solidly, but today, and any time we've played against Selby recently, we've just crumbled. We started very well in that first frame, but after that, it's just not happened for us.
Nicely onto the pink.
38. 44.
And fair play to Selby.
Frame
He controlled the
and
match.
Mark Selby.
I said he needs to wake up after the first frame, and he certainly did. And it seems we fell to sleep. But Mark Selby beats us by 3 frames to 1 in this match. And it's another premature exit against the Jester from Leicester. So it makes it 5-1 this season then against Selby. But that's the China Open over. Let's see who wins the tournament. Well, Mark Selby. That is huge. That is massive. £250,000 go Mark Selby's way. And again, it's the sky's the limit for Selby at the top of the rankings, really is. So, next, it is the Betfred World Championships. I don't think we have skipped event. Calm down. And it's Tom Ford again. Well, that's interesting. We played Tom Ford this time last year. Oh, no! You tool. You absolute tool. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? If you're sitting there and thinking, what the hell has he done? The World Championship is only right if it's long matches. Now, I'll tell you something. I really hope that's not the case for all the tournament. I really hope that's just the case for this round. Oh, that's annoying. That is really annoying. I've forgotten to put it on long matches before we've entered the championship. Ah. Oh. It was best of 19 last time out. Well, it's going to be best of 5. We can't do much about that now. But Tom Ford is the man we're going to play in the Betfred World Championship. As you can see, Mark Selby, he's absolutely flying, isn't he? Absolutely flying at the top of the rankings. Well, that's interesting. But next time out, it's the last tournament of the season, the big one. One that I know some of you guys will be really looking forward to. Unfortunately, just a best of 5 frames. I really mucked that up, didn't I? But hopefully, if we get through this match against Tom Ford, the next match will go to a long match, which should be a best of 25 frames. But thank you very much for watching. Again, the next episode, we start the World Snooker Championship, something to get really, really excited about. But thank you very much for watching. I've been TIJ Gaming, and I'll see you guys on Saturday for the matchup against Tom Ford. Goodbye for now.